March is Women's History Month, a time to honor women who didn't just make history, they reshaped it. Women who challenged the rules, women who broke barriers, women whose courage shaped the world in ways we're still feeling today. And this week, we're shining a spotlight on a dynamic woman whose impact reaches far beyond her own lifetime, a woman whose influence shaped culture, storytelling, and the fight for justice itself. Who is she? Let's take a look. She was only 29 years old when she changed American theater forever. Lorraine Hansberry gave voice to the dreams, frustrations, and dignity of a Black family on Broadway and made history doing it. Lorraine Hansberry was a playwright, activist, and cultural revolutionary. Best known for writing A Raisin in the Sun, she became the first Black woman to have a play produced on Broadway and the youngest American ever to win a New York Drama Critics Circle Award. Her life was short, but her impact was extraordinary. Lorraine Vivian Hansberry III was born on May 19, 1930, in Chicago, Illinois. She was the youngest of 4 children and the granddaughter of a formerly enslaved person. Her parents, Carl and Nanny Hansberry, were accomplished and politically engaged. Her father, a successful real estate broker. Her mother was a school teacher. The Hansberry household was deeply committed to civil rights, contributing significant resources to organizations like the NAACP and the Urban League. In 1938, the family moved into a white neighborhood and were met with violent harassment. Rather than fleeing, they fought back. Their fight reached the U.S. Supreme Court in Hansberry v. Lee, a landmark case that helped dismantle racially restrictive housing covenants. Breaking family tradition, Hansberry chose not to attend a Southern Black college. Instead, she enrolled at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, initially studying painting. But her passion shifted from visual art to writing. After 2 years, she left college and moved to New York City, determined to tell stories that mattered. In New York, she studied at the New School for Social Research and joined the staff of Freedom, a progressive Black newspaper founded by Paul Robeson. From 1950 to 1953, Hansberry worked as a writer and associate editor at Freedom, covering global Black liberation movements and domestic racial injustice. At the same time, she supported herself as a waitress and cashier, writing late into the night. In 1957, she quietly joined the Daughters of Bilitis, one of the first lesbian rights organizations in the U.S., contributing essays under her initials LH to protect herself from discrimination. Her courage extended beyond race. Hansberry work confronted sexism, homophobia, capitalism, and power long before it was safe to do so. Hansberry titled her breakthrough play A Raisin in the Sun, inspired by a line from Langston Hughes, "What happens to a dream deferred?" The play tells the story of a working-class Black family in Chicago, navigating housing discrimination, generational conflict, gender roles, and deferred dreams. It opened on Broadway in March of 1959 at the Ethel Barrymore Theater and stunned the nation. The play ran for 530 performances. At just 29 years old, Lorraine Hansberry became the first Black playwright and the youngest American to win the New York Drama Critics Circle Award. In 1961, the story reached even more people with a film adaptation starring Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, and Claudia McNeil. Hansberry remained deeply involved in the civil rights movement. In 1963, she joined figures like James Baldwin, Harry Belafonte, and Lena Horne in a pivotal meeting with Attorney General Robert Kennedy. In 1964, her second Broadway play, The sign in Sidney Brustein's window opened to mixed reviews, but reflected her continued political boldness. Hansberry married Jewish songwriter Robert Nemiroff in 1953. Though they divorced in 1962, they remained close creative partners. That same year, she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a diagnosis she shared with only close friends, including James Baldwin and Nina Simone. Lorraine Hansberry died on January 12, 1965. She was just 34 years old. After her death, Nemiroff adapted her writings into "To Be Young, Gifted, and Black," a title that would become immortal. Nina Simone later turned those words into an anthem. A Raisin in the Sun lives on, revived on Broadway multiple times, winning Tony Awards and continuing to speak to new generations. Lorraine Hansberry didn't just write theater, she wrote truth. Her voice was young, her vision was fearless, and her legacy still rising. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this story as compelling and thought-provoking as I did. If it sparked your curiosity or taught you something new, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing hidden history to light. Until next time, take care. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're watching this. Be safe out there. Bye for now.